Welcome back to Summon Tesla. I hope you guys are doing good. Today I am just driving around, and I'm gonna close this window. So today I'm driving around in the Tesla in Vancouver, and more importantly, I'm driving around Stanley Park. I'm making this video because something I would recommend for a lot of people who are visiting Vancouver is to actually go and do the Stanley Park tour. It is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite things, one of my favorite memories is as a child. I grew up in Vancouver, and at that time, obviously as a kid, I wasn't driving, so there's that. But one of my favorite things that I used to do is I used to come here, get on my bicycle, and ride around Stanley Park. It's one of those parks that is just interesting to drive around. It's fun, but scenic in the most amazing ways. And I think for many of you out there who are visiting Vancouver, especially in your Tesla, I really do recommend driving around Stanley Park. I think you guys will love it. There's a lot to see. It gives you a really interesting view of the city, especially when you first enter Stanley Park. And after you're kind of in Stanley Park, you're basically covered by trees, and on your right hand side, like if I look out to my right, there's a lot of ocean essentially. So you really get a sense of this big amazing park that is in this crazy big city. I recommend it to everybody. I keep telling people, please come over here and drive in Stanley Park. If you're gonna come visit Vancouver and you don't do the Stanley Park tour in your Tesla, especially, I'm telling you, you're missing out. The other thing is I actually recommend to people, do it during the day and during the night. It works best if you do both. It's a different sensation. It's a different feeling for during the day and during the night. I think one of the things that we forget as Tesla owners is we have access to just enjoying the cars, just enjoying the drive, and relaxing, enjoying the scenery. One thing I find with most Tesla owners is they kind of forget to just enjoy the drive. I myself, like I said, I've been coming here for over 20 years. I've literally been driving around this park, and I'm still not sick of it. This is where a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened for me as a teenager. A lot of my friends and I used to come down to Stanley Park. This is where I first got into mountain biking, and it's just one of those amazing little places that, I don't know, it's a gem. It really is. So for all of you out there who are Tesla owners, and this is Summon Tesla, so it just kind of makes sense that I would talk to you specifically to Tesla owners. But for all of you Tesla owners who come to Vancouver, please, I'm telling you, you will not be sorry. Drive around Stanley Park. I think you will love it. I honestly think you will enjoy the drive. It's not a long drive around, but it is a one-way, and I think that's something that I should kind of disclose to you guys. And because it's a one-way, you can't just kind of get out of the park. But look at the scenery. You can't get out of the park unless you actually do a full tour. So it's not a big deal. I find typically you can do it. I personally take about half an hour to do the whole tour. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool little stops that you can take, and the viewpoints are they're just amazing. One thing I will tell you guys is go check out the Hollow Tree. Really cool. That tree's been there forever. And Prospect Point. Now Prospect Point is one of those spots I recommend to everybody to check out anyway. There's something about that specific spot that is really cool. That being said, if you stop anywhere, one thing I can't stand about this park is the fact that you do have to pay for parking. So you can do a full drive-through. You don't have to stop anywhere. You're not going to miss really much. If you want to go to Prospect Point and have that viewpoint, yes, in that case, unfortunately, you will be paying for parking. I honestly cannot remember from the top of my head how much it is to pay for parking, but I'm the kind of person who thinks in a public park to charge for parking is kind of insane anyway. But that's my opinion. I find that it's not cool. But nonetheless, you can just drive through it. I think you will love it. I think you will enjoy it. If you have driven through Stanley Park and you've done the whole tour, you went all around the whole way, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section what is it that your thoughts are on it. If you are coming to Vancouver and you're curious about some of the areas you should check out, ask me in the comment section. I'm hoping that a lot of other people will kind of comment on it, but there's a lot of cool places. Stanley Park is one of my favorite places to drive around, I think, especially if I'm already in downtown Vancouver. It's really recommended by me. One more side note, the roads, especially closer to the end of your tour, as you're exiting the park, the roads are crappy. Not crappy, not the worst, but they're not the best. Up to that point, up to close to the end of the drive, it's not bad. That being said, driving in Vancouver in any way, shape, or form is always going to be traffic, depending on when you go. So be prepared for your traffic. It is it's 30 kilometers an hour throughout the park. So it is very important for you guys to kind of keep that in mind. Try not to speed, especially if you are coming out from out of town. I mean, it applies to everybody, but try not to speed. Keep in mind that there is a wildlife that does kind of run around here, and you know, let's not hurt the wildlife if at all possible. I think you guys will love it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. I might actually make a couple of videos for you guys throughout Vancouver where you can go and explore, test out, and let me know if you guys want to see that. Wow, that sun is so bright. Yes, this is Vancouver, and normally it's raining fall and winter, but for some reason right now it is beautiful. So that's it. Got you on the next one. Drive safe. Leave me a comment. Ask me questions. Bye-bye.